Iowa.
Happening right now, Governor Kim Reynolds just wrapped up her press conference on immigration policy following a visit to the U.S.-Texas border. Now, Local 5 is at the press conference. Reynolds has been openly vocal about wanting to create stricter immigration policies and highly critical of President Biden's stance on immigration. Reynolds saying in her speech that despite not being a border state, quote, every state is a border state, including Iowa, end quote. We will continue our coverage throughout the day, breaking down the information you need to know. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., some lawmakers are trying to find a breakthrough and revamping the country's immigration system. In a new bill, the Senate hopes to pair the new border enforcement policy with wartime aid for Ukraine, Israel, and other U.S. allies. But immediately out of the gate, there has been major pushback from GOP House members. House Speaker Mike Johnson declared it dead on arrival if it reaches his chamber, even though House Republicans insisted that a border deal has to be part of any foreign aid packages.
We cannot let politics get in the way of passing this legislation. The senators have to drown out the noise of politics and politicians who tell them not to vote for this bill for political purposes.
Senate backers of the wide-ranging bill have pledged to push ahead despite the opposition. Now, if passed, the bill includes $20 billion for immigration enforcement, as well as $60 billion in aid for Ukraine and $14 billion for Israel. Reynolds is back in Iowa a day after visiting that Mexico border. She joined more than a dozen other Republican governors, joining Texas Governor Greg Abbott. They met in Eagle Pass, Texas, to discuss immigration policies and learn more about Operation Lone Star, which Abbott launched nearly 3 years ago in response to illegal immigration. Now, Governor Abbott criticizing the president's current stance on immigration.
Joe Biden does not need more legislative authority. He just needs a backbone.
Last year, Reynolds deployed 109 National Guard soldiers and 31 DPS officers to help in Operation Lone Star. The money to pay for that mission came from Iowa's American Rescue Plan funding.